Hello again, everybody! Welcome once again to another exciting Minecraft episode. Here we are in the Wild Coast SMP, and I'm playing with a guy named Chuck Ross, and he built this beautiful, enchanting building. But he commented that it looks like a tea kettle, and I can see it. But it's a tea kettle with a mustache and a couple of eyes. We can't let him get away with that. So we're gonna give him a couple of matching teacups to match his tea kettle. And since it's a tea kettle with a mustache, well, of course the teacups need mustaches too. Just gonna use some wool so that it's easy enough for him to tear down. We don't want to wreck things. Just having a little fun with our neighbor. Yes. Yeah, there's mug number 1. We'll alter the handle a little bit. I'll take a little off the top bit later. But that's basically it. Big mustache mug. We're not spending a whole week on this. Just a little bit of time to let our neighbor know that we appreciate his work. And teacup number 2. Just a simple cube, and we'll throw some water in there as well, just so if he tears it down, it gives him a little bit to clean up. And of course, brown mustache and brown eyes to match what's already up there. Yeah. There we go. 2 mustache teacups to go with his mustache teapot house. Oh yes, so that brings us to our title. Yeah. Mustache Mayhem. Throw a handle on there. Super basic. Whoop, get some more wool. Finish that off. Because if you're going to prank somebody, prank them right. Okay, there we go. That'll do. And now we'll just fill the cups. Not going to use lava or anything stupid, just a little bit of water. It's as long as nobody gets hurt, pranks are playful. We don't want to wreck anything, we're just putting water in there. Although this does open me up to whatever the heck Chuck wants to retaliate with in the future. I'll take that risk. Seriously though, it is a nice build. He's a creative guy, and his episode on building that was last week. And we'll leave him a little sign. Chuck. Lovely build, really it is. So lovely that I just wanted to give you I have to edit the sign a little bit. Just wanted to give you a housewarming gift. Yeah. Too many letters, needed more than one sign. Housewarming gift. Yeah. A couple of teacups. Oh, stupid brackets not making things fit. Come on, sign. Yeah, a couple teacups. We'll just take the brackets out. Make it fit. And me, Mr. McSquare. Okay, that'll do her. There's no way he can miss this. Now with the shenanigans out of the way, we can get to increasing the builds of this town. And we're going to start with shepherds. The shepherds run looms, which are of course powered off of wool, making different banners and such. So we'll just give them a little business here on the boardwalk, next to the sheep, of course. Start with framing the structure. And I took the frames to within a couple blocks of the dock because I didn't want the two to overlap. And I'm just seeing how much of a building I can make fit. We'll put a drying rack here for their finished products, which are banners. And then we'll just hang some banners at the end to make it look like they're working. The fences, yeah, if it rains, we don't want the banners to get wrecked, so we'll give it a bit of a canopy. And I find the overlapping logs really sell this as being a log construction and not just a giant cube. Okay. Building the exterior frame first and then we'll fill it in. Yeah. Not quite there. Because the sheep pens are just a little too close. Yeah, well, that feels right. About the maximum size from the water to the sheep that we can put a building. We'll fill that in. We'll use a Tudor style where it's a brick foundation on the bottom with wood construction above the brick. Or in this case, cobblestone and oak. Of course, they'll need a floor. And we'll probably bring this out to be in line with the edge of the sheep pens. Good thing in primitive villages is you don't have to worry about things like indoor plumbing or electrical or anything else. It's just a video game. But it doesn't mean we can't make it pretty. Okay. Save ourselves a bit of wood there, put the dirt back. That'll be the edge of the framework there. Then we'll have to figure out where the door is next. And again, we do everything in survival mode, so you'll see things like scaffolding show up or mistakes get made and we have to chop it down and readjust a bit. And really this town build is just starting off. It's only week 3. Quite early. And if any of you aspiring YouTubers out there are interested in joining Chuck and I, we'd be happy to meet you and discuss that possibility. Let us know sooner than later so that you can be part of this process. And even if you don't join us, a like and subscribe goes a long way. We really do appreciate all your support. Okay, so that's pretty good for framing. We'll stick a double door off on the side here. Most of my buildings have a double door entrance because I tend to bring villagers in by way of boat. And a boat requires a 2-block space. And then I will cap off the entrance somehow that it's not quite 2 blocks high, and if it's anything less than 2 blocks high, the villagers won't wander out and get lost or become victims of monsters. Okay, so transitioning from a oak log structure to the interior, we're just going to take the oak logs and then strip them. And you can see that because it's all oak, the color blends quite nicely, but stripped versus unstripped is clearly different, and it gives it a really nice paneled look. So that's what we want, something that fits but is a little different. And I put the logs facing, alternating between facing left and right and up and down, because you can see even when they're stripped or not stripped, the grain of the wood shows, and the eye will pick up that difference, that it's either all the same or subtly changed. Straight and straight. I will change that. We'll put a window in the middle. Break it up a bit. And of course, doors. Oak doors are nice because they come with windows in them. Close that off. And you can see it's all oak logs, but the stripped ones and the unstripped ones give it a defined feature of what is support and what is interior. And we use stairs for the awning of the roof. Go on up top, continue it on. Good thing about stairs is that they're partial blocks, and monsters cannot spawn on top of partial blocks, so there will be no need to add lighting sources to the roof of this building because monsters can't spawn on those blocks. I think the one interior support beam I'm going to leave exposed so that you do see the exposed beam from the inside. Okay, that basically finishes off the outside awning for the little workspace. We'll put inverted stairs on the inside, so when you look up it's got a gradual slope, and on the outside, of course, for the peaked roof. I don't like a giant wall of planks on the two ends of the roof, so I think I'll just stick a decorative window of some sort in there. That'll break it up nicely. Whoop. Place and replace. Feel it out. Not working off a template at all, just feeling this out every step of the way. And I'll put 3 looms out there to match with the 3 beds, and of course 3 shepherds. I wouldn't make extra beds or short on beds. I would match the beds to the number of workstations, to the number of villagers that I have working in there. Stick a window on both ends. I don't think I'll dress that up a little bit more in a couple minutes. Take out blocks and maybe use some stairs. See how it looks. Because if I don't like it, I can just put it back. Whoop, 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 whoop. Not full blocks. Half slabs, please. Half slabs continue the angle and prevent monsters from spawning on top. Yeah, I like the stair, the upside down stair. Gives that nice little depth. Okay. Did a lot this week. That's why this is a 2-parter. This one's just part 1. Because even as part 1, this video is 22 or 23 minutes long. And I value all your time as viewers. And I'm not gonna, like, who's gonna sit down and watch a 400-hour marathon? Nobody. I wouldn't watch it either. I've got to make this reasonable in length, and the whole time I'm on, we're doing something valuable. So part 1 here will be 22, 23 minutes long, and then we'll separately publish out part 2, which all happened in the same week, but hopefully you'll watch 2 pieces instead of getting overwhelmed all at once. So part 1 here is just our prank in this shepherd house. And there you can see we're making some banners and hanging the banners in the finished area. Part 2, we're going to make a small enchanter's house and a chicken coop. And we're going to use the chicken coop because we need arrows for weapons. And glass panes. I like to shutter my windows, so we'll add those. Nah, actually, I don't know about this one. I don't know if I'm going to shutter this one or not. Because I don't like oak shutters because you can see through them. And I don't want to start using another color wood. Put a furnace in the corner like an indoor stove. And we'll carry the cobblestone to the ceiling. Give it a little bit of a chimney. We do that with walls. Because walls are smaller than full blocks, it looks more like a pipe. Go up top, make sure the exterior of the chimney goes, well, at least even with the top of the peak of the roof. It would be, doesn't feel right if we left them with a construction fire hazard. There we go, that'll do. Just a small pipe. Those temporary blocks were just for putting in a little bit of artwork with the right dimensions. And now that the building is basically done, we'll just grab a few citizens and move them on over. Okay. And again, I make sure that the door is big enough to bring them in. Don't forget to light up your builds, because spawning monsters can ruin whatever you're trying to accomplish. And light it up on the inside and outside. Just to give it more character, we're going to use cobblestone and continue it on the roof. Gives it a nice trim. You don't want your buildings to ever be direct copies of each other. You do want variety. So you'll see in part 2, I use a totally different scheme for constructing the next building. But carrying on with this one, we'll also put the inverted stairs to carry on the line of what's happening. And we'll top it off. Gives it a nice continual visual line. Okay. And you can see here too. On the main part of the building, I'm going to continue the cobblestone around both the front and the back sides. But on the little bit of an expansion, I'll just leave it. So there, we've got our shepherds all aboard. This will need some interior decorations as well. And I need seating decorations for 3 guys. I hope you viewers out there pick any inspiration at all from the builds that we're sharing with everybody. And if you ever do see something that is something that would really help out our towns, let us know. We're really open to comments. Your comments are welcome. We don't have to agree with what you're saying, but your opinion matters. And even if we don't use exactly what you say, it might point us in a direction to help us out. Every week, Chuck and I talk to each other about what we did and what we're going to do next. Because we're working together on this server. We're not opponents. We're kind of teammates here. And I'll leave a link in the description for what he did for this week. I don't want to spoil it, but he and I did the trial chambers this week, and Chuck's never done the trial chambers before, so it was a new experience for him. And I've done them before, and I've got previous seasons where I've done the trial chambers. So even though there was a lot of content there, I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it for him and just be that strong support mechanism that he can keep doing his thing. And then also this way, there's zero chance of me spoiling anything that he wants to share. Again, link will be in the description if you want to check out Chuck's side of this adventure. Okay, give it a front step here. And just that little trap door on the other side of those double doors reduces the height so that the Wool Brothers won't really leave their building. They'll run around it and make their villager sounds, but they won't actually exit because that doorway is technically not 2 full blocks tall. Okay, coming to the end of part 1 here, because this building is just about done. Here's an overview of that building addition, and you can see the color scheme fits nicely, not only with the wood that's available from the surrounding forest, but it's distinct enough from the other build that you know it's a different building. So in summary, that's it for part 1 here. I value all. Please join me for part 2.